See, the good thing is a short movie, not a lot to recap. We can go into the
true,
sauce.
That's true.
And there's no substance, so there's not much to go over.
That's what you sound like.
That's you.
Wow.
Bitch.
I am truly
Dude,
devastated.
I didn't mean that. That was important.
All right, who's leading us off here?
Good point. Good point.
Marshall, you seem to be in a
No, you have to do. You do the bit every time.
No. So wait,
I don't think I do it every time. There's one or two I missed.
there is a couple that Marshall jumps in with that.
No, it's usually Joe. He goes.
All right.
Oh well, he does the job.
Anyway, music fades in.
Sick.
Hello, and welcome to.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Slumdog. I'm the millionaire. How's it going?
What's up?
I'm the shitter he jumps through.
Hey guys, I'm Marshall, and this week for me it was about 4 hours ago. Excuse me, I'm dying here of the bubonic plague. We watched. I hate both of you. You know that? Like you guys are the worst. You know, you guys out here with your brain. Oh my god, with your brains and shit, and I'm out here just living.
Marshall, what did we watch?
Hi, I'm Trace.
We watched the Terrifier, a 2016. The Terrifier 1.
Oh, stupid! There's no one either.
I like to have good sentence structure. All right, like. We watched Terrifier. That doesn't sound right off the tongue, all right?
Right off the tongue.
We watched Terrifier, a 2016 slasher film. Fun fact, that had a budget of $35,000.
It looked like it.
Yeah, here's the plot of the shtick, right? Boom, start off, small TV, talk show, white lady, and she's talking to this disfigured lady. Very important. Disfigured lady's like, yeah, I'm disfigured. Talk show host goes, yeah, what about the massacre that you were the sole survivor of? Don't you remember? She goes, yeah, I was fucking there. The interview host goes, don't you remember? The body of the killer, Art the Clown, has disappeared from the morgue. The disfigured lady goes, nah, I saw him die. Then Art just fucking comes out of nowhere, kicks the TV, puts on all his makeup and stuff, right? He goes, cuts over, interview lady in their dressing room talking, and she's like, yeah, fuck that white lady who's all disfigured. I hate her. And then disfigured lady says, what did you say about me? Oops, no eyes. And then boom, it's Halloween night. Two ladies, Tara, Dawn, they're leaving a party. They're like, we're both drunk. Let's drink and drive. No, we don't do that. PSA for all my people out there. No drunk driving. While fun, it's dangerous. Keep our roads safe. They look over. They see Art the Clown. Art the Clown he's a clown. One of those ones that's all white and black and doesn't say a word, like a mime clown. Which would we have said? So they're like, you know what we could use as drunk people? Pizza. So they go over to a pizzeria and they get some pizza. Art shows up and he's sitting there and he's doing weird faces at him. One lady's like, yo, this kind of freaky. Other lady's like, nah, look, he's harmless. And then he gets kicked out for smearing shit on the bathroom walls. And they're like, man, that was weird. Let's go back to our car and fucking dip. You get to the car and they go, oh no, tires are slashed and I gotta take a piss. And she sees a guy walk out of an apartment. She's like, yo, can you let me in so I can take a piss? And he's like, man, I don't even live here. I don't own this place. I'm the bug guy. She's like, man, I gotta pee. So he lets her in to go take a pisser, right? While the one lady's still in the car. She's just jamming out. She's like, oh my God, I just heard on the radio that this clown killed 2 people at the pizzeria. She looks over to see her friend enter the car. Boom, not her friend. Art the Clown kills her, as in grabs her. Doesn't kill her yet. Very important. At this same time as she's getting snagged, pisser lady ends up talking to this cat lady who's delusional. And she has an infant doll in her hand. That's her daughter, Emily. Pisser lady then gets snagged by the clown. She wakes up. She's duct taped to a chair, I think. Yeah, she's duct taped to a chair. Art does some weird shit. Boom. Tara, the lady that's in the car, she's upside down in front of her, naked. Shout out to Jobe for boobs. Art then takes a hacksaw and like cuts her down from coochie to face, straight down the middle. But then Tara escapes. And then she's beating up Art with a 2x4, and she's calling him motherfucker. And you're like, oh, she got Art. She got him. And then you realize this is only like 20 minutes into the movie. We got another hour. Because then Art says, gun, pew! And then he goes, clack, 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 clack. And kills her. So she's dead. The cat lady goes, oh shit, there's the clown. I saw him kill that lady. Help, help, bug guy, help. Bug guy goes, dude, you're weird. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to go down the stairs and call my boy. He calls his boy, and then he gets brained by the clown. Boy goes, yo, this ain't cool, man. It's too early for this shit. And then cat lady meets the clown guy after he snatched her baby, and she's like, have you ever been held by a mother? Vicky shows up. Forgot to talk about Vicky. That's one of the girls' sister. She asked them to pick her up after the car was slashed. She gets lured into the apartment building, and she sees Art, who was wearing the titties and the scalp of the cat lady, and starts walking around all feminine-like, and then chases her. And then Mike shows up. No, not Mike. Will was Mike's coworker. He shows up, and he's like, hey, what's going on? What's going on in here? And then Art kills the fuck out of him and kicks his head off to oblivion. He goes, pew! So Vicky's trying to escape. She gets like smacked like 30 million times with different things. Mike brains Art again. He's like, all right, I'll take you out to the emergency room. We're going to go find my car and we're going to leave. They get to a door. It's locked. And he goes, I got to go find something. Rummage, rummage, rummage. Rummage, rummage, rummage. Rummage, rummage. Boom. Gets smacked by Art. Boom, boom, boom. Face demolished by Art. Art's like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you to the Vicky girl. And Vicky says, and she escapes. And she's like, I'm safe. He can't get me in this room. Boom. Art comes in with a fucking truck, knocks her ass out. And then he's eating her face as the police show up. And they're like, put your hands in the fucking air. Art shoots himself in the mouth because that's the most reasonable thing to do. And they take the bodies to the coroner. They say, Vicky, yo, you're still alive, dog. Sorry, Jobe was doing some shadow clone jutsu over there. It was very interesting.
Nah, I was doing ASL.
Yeah. Anywho, Vicky's alive. Art turns back to life and dips. And it turns out Vicky is the disfigured woman from before. Crazy. So the very beginning of the movie is actually at the end of the movie. And everything we watched was leading up to the end, which was the beginning. I rest my case. Now I'm gonna toss it over to my buddy Trace here because I enjoyed this movie,
God.
and I'm gonna talk to the person who actually believes in me and and values my opinion. Trace, what did you think of the movie?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say thank you, Marshall, for having me. This has been great. I love getting to come on stage here and do some stuff. I thought it was a pretty good film. It definitely, I'll be real, it does look like a college student's like film for class that they had to do, like a little short film, and the dialogue also kind of shows that. But I think it kind of, I don't know, it makes up for it by being funny and having a little bit of suspense and like kind of a little bit of jump scare every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's present, but it's not like super. I wouldn't say it's effective because the guy's too funny to be scary, honestly. Like, if you're in this situation and you're getting murdered, yeah, maybe you'll be a little scared, but like, how can you stay mad at this guy? He's a riot.
Interesting. Now, Jobe, I heard you didn't like this movie. Could you explain that to the audience?
Dog water.
All right.
Well, what about dog water? Because dogs seem to like it.
Listen, I don't know. This movie to me just kind of really felt like it was made by one of those high schoolers that liked gore videos off of Live Leak, and then the 2016 Clown Apocalypse happened, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm making a movie."
I will say that is my one thing about this. I don't know if this is supposed to be set in 2016, but if it is in that area, that is when like the height of clowns became a thing and people were freaking the fuck out. Halloween or not, I don't think there's a whole lot of people who are actively going to be like, "Oh yeah, a clown guy, that's pretty neat," or "Hey, let's just let this guy into our eating establishment."
Well, I mean, I'm assuming they didn't like film it in 2016 and then release it in the same. I'm assuming they filmed it in 2015.
I'm more speaking in the world of the film.
Yeah, well, on 2015 he launched his Kickstarter. So
Probably.
Yeah. To be fair, this film did not have a huge budget, obviously, as we can tell. A lot of the dialogue could have been better. The acting wasn't great for everybody, I want to say. The clown was great. The clown had great facial features and movement.
For no dialogue, he did a great job.
He did a great job.
I know Jobe's not a big fan of no dialogue because he doesn't quite understand the symbolism like we do.
Yeah, he doesn't really understand that. We're really seeing Mr. Art the Clown's pain through his non-word choice.
Okay. Name a character trait that Artie the Clown has.
Psychopath.
Name an emotion he feels in this movie.
Happy.
Pain.
Wow. Such riveting character acting.
Anywho. I do have to agree. It was a little at points. I just found it charming for the character. The gore seemed a little too much at times. I do have to agree with Jobe. The prosthetic makeup was a little, for like the dead people, looked a little bad in some areas. You could be like, okay, that doesn't look like skin would look like. And I know skin. All right.
I've had some.
The largest organ on the body.
You know, they definitely went to some college and were like, hey, I need your theater department here to help me with some skin effects. And they're like, okay. And then they got some wiry 18-year-old who's like, hey guys, I'm gonna work on this movie with you.
Can I get some extra
it could have been Jobe, but he wasn't 18 in 2016.
Yeah,
he was
Jobe's never been a minor.
He was 42.
Wait, is it doxing myself if I admit my age?
Yeah,
Sure.
They're gonna get your social security number from that.
It's okay. They don't know that your birthday.
It's called a reverse lookup.
They don't know when your birthday was.
They're gonna reverse Google image search me.
To be fair,
who is this man?
There's not a lot of horror movies that feature clowns. The big one I know of is It, and that's more of like a demon, really, not like just a dude in a clown costume. So I think the idea worked. It was quite fun. He had his little bag of tricks. He acted like a clown for part of it, you know. He's honking a horn going, I don't know. Give me a horn sound from somebody. That's pretty good.
That's more of a squeak, I guess.
All right, Joe, do that one more time. I mimed.
I think I got a text message on my phone just then. It's weird.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. So, yeah, there were definitely. This movie, I guess, isn't entirely. It's dog water. It ain't dog shit. I'll grant it. It definitely earns points because this is very much indie filmmaking, and it's one thing for
we support artists.
Yeah, it's one thing for a big movie studio to dump millions of dollars to make dog water. It's another thing if it's just like a guy who I assume is pretty passionate about this making dog water. So for that, it gets points for me.
Yeah, from what I read, this was the first feature film that featured this character, Art the Clown. He had a couple films before where he introduced the concept and then he made this the character. The feature one. I don't know how to say it. The main dude, the main razzle dazzle.
Let me just say, what part of Terrifier requires a spec script? What part of Terrifier needs a short film to be like, is this gonna work?
Well, it looked like it was an anthology of just a bunch of different monsters, like witches and demons and clowns.
See, what I read was, because you're talking about All Hallows Eve, right?
Sure, yes.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The anthology movie he made.
Yeah.
the director.
Yeah.
From what I read, all 3 of the stories in All Hallows Eve feature
Really?
Art the Clown. That's what I
Art
saw on
Clown and
Wikipedia.
someone. that
No, the
keeps
second
it.
one is, I think, an alien. Yeah, second one is an alien, and the third one is art.
Yeah, Jobe.
Oh.
It's stupid.
Yeah, the third. Okay, one of the 4 is not art, but think about it. That's like 75% art.
That's already better than all the
That
Halloween.
can't be considered a featured role.
I mean,
It's
hey,
not fully a featured role.
No, it's not actually about him.
So the main point of contention against my fellow brethren Jobe here, he says movie bad. I say movie got $15 million to make a sequel.
And I
so
said baby got
it had
Oh,
something
wow.
good. It did
They're
something right.
We're pulling out that it had money.
Yeah. Don't you know money rules the world, Jobe? Money rules the world, Jobe.
Sorry, one sec. I threw my dog's toy and I'm
Okay.
a perfect aim.
I kind of wanted to. Let's pause for a moment because this next point I want Trace here for.
Okay, we can do a Capri Sunbreak.
Quick Capri Sunbreak, Madison.
Capri Sunbreak.
Capri Sunbreak?
Capri Sunbreak.
Did anyone
Yeah,
get my
Capri Sun.
slurping in there?
If you want to sponsor us,
Capri Sun, made with real stars. Get yours
Yep.
today.
What flavor you got there, Joe?
just a classic Mario fruit punch.
Dude, fruit punch, it hits. And it's Mario?
All right, are we coming in from our Capri Sunbreak?
Oh, or Mario for our friends across the pond.
It doesn't have a clear bottom though. How am I supposed to check for mice?
It's only the jammers, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen a clear bottom in those in quite some time, actually. I thought
Or
they
it
did
was like the
those,
Kool-Aid version.
like green ketchup.
The jammer, yeah.
Welcome back, guys. That was our Capri Sun break, and we're all charged up and ready to go.
To be fair, only
So-
Job had a Capri Sun.
That's
We
because
all
we
just watched
forgot.
him
We'll
drink
do
it.
better next week.
This is tune into the second channel where I'll be doing Capri Sun mukbangs.
Next week we will all have a Capri Sun. However, I will be drinking mine out of a goblet.
All right, go on, Job.
Oh,
Give us your point.
You brought. I don't know. I don't mean to like discredit your point at all.
No,
but
you
I know
can.
Trace and I we talked
Shoot
about
me.
it before of just like bringing
Don't
up box
speak for
office
me.
numbers when trying to review
Oh
a movie.
no, he's right.
No, I'm not right.
I'm back in.
Yeah. Well, because I think it was one of the Halloweens we talked about like box
Yeah.
office numbers, but like I think we
And who
agreed
gives a
that by the end of the day, it's fine if people like it and want to give it money. But for me, in my opinion, I don't care.
Well, because I don't think it really actually adds to hey, is this movie good or not? Because most of the time you're not going into the movie going, oh, I already know this is amazing. So like,
I mean, people do that.
well, right, but they're not always
You hear about
correct.
it. And
like,
how do you hear about a movie? From people watching the movie. And how do you know if people watch the movie? If there's a big box office, Trace.
but look at Star Wars.
I'm looking at
like,
I'm looking at
when
you.
when the Force
Hey.
Awakens came out, everybody
Hey.
fucking flooded to the theaters because they're like, "Oh my god, Star Wars! This is amazing!"
Oh,
and they went,
boy.
and it was dog shit. So a lot of the
Can we
box
cut
office
this
like
out
that-
of the
yeah.
Star Wars bit?
No,
Yeah.
because it connects. Because we hit Halloween, and of course, yeah, people are gonna fucking flood to it because it has the fucking staple on it. So it doesn't actually have anything to do with the quality of the film.
Oh my god.
So
You brought this on.
so
Oh my
so-
God.
I was
me?
saying, oh my god, to the dog.
Oh yeah, she's a crazy bitch. Can you guys hear the squeaking?
Yeah.
Oh,
What
okay.
I'm saying
What's
is there a certain level? Because I'm of the mind that there was a little too much gore. There was gore for gore's sake, not for
Yeah.
adding to the story. It didn't really
Like-
yeah. We all know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, actually, that is kind of a point I wanted to bring up and kind of drawing comparisons to another Scare by Scare classic.
Apology.
I actually brought it up though, so get fucked.
Yeah, Joe.
Okay,
do that.
well, go on. Make the comparison I was going to.
No. I'm just bringing up the point of gore. You continue on with your thing. Go on.
I said I was going to bring it up anyway.
I'd just like to say I'm sorry for the squeaking. That was very unprofessional of my dog.
So yeah, there's probably the scene that is most controversial, and like if you've seen this movie, it's the one you know that like it's what people talk about. The was it Dawn getting sawed in half from Coochie to Snoochie?
Oh.
Tara. Wait.
Was it Tara? I thought Dawn was the one.
No, it was Tara.
You sure?
No, Dawn. Dawn
knew
gets
it.
cut.
Yes. Ha ha ha!
And just so,
Anyway.
because Marshall's recap wasn't really super concise, he said Tara Dawn. It's not like the
And I thought
dinosaur,
he was talking
which
about
was
a
here
dinosaur,
millions
yeah.
of years ago. There it is, Tara and Dawn.
Dude, pterodons were right
here.
No, they're up in the sky.
They were up there
Oh!
millions of years ago.
Uh,
I need an edit of people making dinosaurs in there, but with jet sounds.
Go on then, Joe. Make your point. We've been here for 50
yeah,
minutes.
get
You
it-
done made
yeah,
the point.
God
I'm
damn.
sorry. Getting back to Dawn getting cut in half. Yeah, it was very gratuitous, and I don't think I'm a big baby. I wasn't watching the movie with like a passy in my mouth. I wasn't pooping my diaper or anything, but
Yeah,
it got to that point, and I'm just like, oh my, is this really necessary? You know, it just doesn't carry the same class as a certain other classic scare by scare movie, Bone Tomahawk,
Oh my god.
which you might recall also featured a man getting cleaved in half.
You're just saying that because in this one it was a woman and you don't like the representation.
It's true. I like to protect women from being sawn in half.
And that's why you're not a true feminist.
I
Yeah,
guess.
sure. Haven't seen Bone
Uh,
Tomahawk. I'm sure it sucks.
also-
but I bet Job likes it
I
because
think
he
he's-
just like Joe movie.
We
You know,
all liked it.
I
Don't you
think
turn
he's-
your back on me now, Trace.
I think he's just upset because he didn't get to watch it with us and he hasn't decided to watch it since.
I have other things in my mind. I'm a man of many things.
Hey, Marsh, I didn't see you there. That was a
But no,
private
the point I'm
convo.
getting at is this is a similar action that we've seen in a previous movie, but we kind of glazed over it in the previous movie, other than as an opportunity to say Bone Tomahawk. Which, in case you're wondering, yes, we are still playing the drinking game.
And
That's
you do
a
have
few
to take a
drinks.
shot. It's
But
an ongoing
I just
game.
feel like the way they do it, like they do it to put the idea in your mind, like, oh my god, this guy's getting cleaved in half. That's terrible. And then they kind of move past it. They don't dwell on it so much to be like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. We're a nasty little movie. We're a
We did
stinky little
this.
movie. Yeah, it's like,
And this one they show her
get on
like,
with it.
they show her like a few scenes, which is incredibly disrespectful to the body, just hanging up there split in half. But they reference it a lot.
Like 98% of the way cutting her. She was still
I know.
attached.
Just finish the job.
He had so much
Yeah.
time to do it.
Also,
I mean, yeah.
Well, but he did stop
No, go
because Tara got out of her binding, so he was like, shit, I gotta deal with this now.
Yeah,
aw,
sure.
shit, here we go again.
He would go in. But he's strong though. Like we gotta cover the fact that he effortlessly hacksaws through a grown woman's body, skull, spine, bare butt, balls and ass and all.
I mean, by the end of it, I feel like the implication is that he is
The
a
implication.
supernatural entity.
Well, yes, by the end of the film we do get a hold of that, but up until then he's just a guy who can crush a man's head like a watermelon.
No,
with
at that
ease.
point, we don't know that.
Right, that's
point,
what I'm
price
saying.
point,
At
he
that,
can't crush heads.
At that
Right.
price point, he just has a bag of tricks.
but he does it. What I'm saying is
Trace
he
watches
does
movies backwards to forward.
What are you
like a
talking
fucking
about?
Intellectual.
No, he crushes
looking
the
for
guy's
hidden
skull, and
messages.
then we see him die and come back to life. Up until the very end, he's a normal, mortal man, and he can't crush skulls like a baby.
I'm sorry, Marshall spaced during that explanation.
I'm sorry,
This is
Marshall. I
over.
don't mean to yell.
Oh man,
It's like if you imagine Dopey, the dwarf, as a person. That was my face for a while.
That's actually, if you're wondering what Marshall looks like, if you just take Dopey the dwarf and add like 6 feet to him,
Yeah, and he's
like in
tall in
height,
that one
not
bit.
like
And then
actual.
take off the hat. I don't wear a
Yeah.
purple hat. If you catch me in a purple hat, not me.
I don't know.
was
I
gonna
could see you
say
wearing a purple hat.
I could rock it, honestly. I was told to bring this up by our wonderful producer, my wife.
No way.
I I had a dream that was scary the other day, maybe a nightmare. And
I didn't realize this was going to be an episode talking point when you mentioned it earlier.
This is good. This is good. I may have missed it for a moment.
Because, Martin Luther King had a dream.
Oh, right. We're still doing that. Okay. I thought we were dropping that. Okay.
Anywho,
no, this is good. This is good.
My nightmare consisted of me. I'm at a buffet, all you can eat. I'm excited. I get
just
there,
like the movie,
and everything is really small. Like all the biscuits are like the size of quarters. I just wanted biscuits and gravy, but they're so small. So I go, I'll load up my plate with biscuits and gravy, and I got like 10 on there to make one regular sized biscuit. And the fucking attendant goes, "You can't have that many. That's 10 biscuits. No one eats 10 biscuits." I'm like, "But they're small." And then my dream ended.
So, welcome to the dream portion of the podcast. I had a dream I was abducted for days on end, and then Jobe shows up at the captor's house and goes, "The fuck you doing here? Get in the car." And we drove off into the sunset.
It's okay. Madison's gonna edit out your dream because it sucked.
Madison, edit out Marshall's because it has it's controversial.
Anywho,
like controversial.
Anywho, we all agree the acting could have been better. The dialogue could have been better.
Infinite.
That being
was funny,
said,
though. It was funny.
Okay, yeah.
That being said, even though it looked like it was shot on a goddamn mobile phone from 2002, a goddamn Juke or something, I don't know. It felt good. I don't know. Something about it was endearing, right? When it was just the way that the lighting was, I just felt like a horror movie. It might have been a little too gross, too gory. It felt like a horror movie, but it was funny. And me, being a big old baby, I'm the one over there sucking on a pacifier, shitting in a porta potty because I am toilet trained, right? I enjoy a little bit of humor. The humor was enough to get me through the scary bits. Now, both of y'all were going to make good points, and I want you to debate on who should make the point first.
Oh, he can. I didn't actually have a good point. It was just like the dialogue for what this movie was.
No, Jobe, this has to be good now. He let you go first.
Yeah, you go, and then I'll look.
So this is going to be kind of a weird one since I am an acting snob.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna do it.
However, I feel like horrors and thrillers are the genres where perhaps having an amateur doing some acting kind of works for it, because I don't know, sometimes an actor giving a weird off-kilter performance, intentional or not, does help put you in a more surreal state of mind, willing to accept what weirdness is happening in this movie. Like when Tara first talks with the pest control guy gives kind of a weird off-kilter performance, and I'm not sure if it's intentional, but it is weird, and it does make you wonder, like, what's his deal, right?
Maybe. Counterpoint, he works nights as a pest guy. Joe, when you worked nights, were you always right in the head?
No, but I mean, like, as long as I wasn't hallucinating while talking to a customer.
Yeah. But he wasn't expecting to talk to someone. He was expecting to come out there, smoke a ciggy, take some fresh air, and now he's got to watch this lady piss? Come on.
He doesn't have to watch your piss.
She's ruining the mojo.
He does offer, which is just a off-kiltered way of asking if he can.
He does go, "Hey, you can piss in that bathroom. Don't mind my glass."
You can piss in there. Can I watch? Do you need me to wait?
I want to mention a huge continuity error. When Vicky is driving to go help him out, and she's in the car. On the radio, it says earlier this morning there was a double homicide. Actually, it was at like 2:00 at night. So radio can suck.
2:00 in the morning.
No, it was 11 p.m.
Nope.
No, my problem with that is like they're like, oh yeah, witnesses saw this clown leaving the pizzeria, and I'm like, who?
The people next door. It was in a
No
strip
one was
mall.
there the whole night.
And also, where are the police? Why aren't they investigating the whole area? 2 people were murdered,
And it's Halloween
and we
night.
don't see any coppers.
We do at the end of the movie.
At the end of the movie, after this other guy has to call and specifically say, hey, you remember that murder that you probably should have investigated at the nearby apartment buildings that look like a shithole? Yeah.
No, but he's right. It is insane because it's Halloween, and everybody knows that Halloween is one of the heaviest traffic for police officers doing route. Like, they're constantly out because it's either drunk driving or it's Halloween. It's the perfect time to kill somebody. Hey guys, if it's Halloween and you're thinking maybe it's time to start doing homicides, well, actually, if you don't want to get caught, don't do it. But Halloween's the night to do it.
Please let it be known that the Scare by Scare producers and cast do not condone the murder of anyone.
And if you're a police officer on Halloween, get
Oh,
out there and stop those guys. I mean, it's your job. You guys are the perfect
What are you
candidates.
doing?
You guys, like, yeah, sure. Maybe they're gonna go and be like, hey, you can't stop me. You're not my dad. But you just gotta do your job, and they're gonna do their job. It's the
Oh, good, he cut out.
Perfect. So, anywho, what we're all revolving around it, and what we just don't want to admit to ourselves, really, as people of the world. The movie might have been bad, but the clown made it good. And that's really all I want to say.
yeah. He's funny as fuck.
Jobe is shaking his head. But now let me tell you, Jobe, if a man's got his hands up like, don't hurt me, I'm a little guy, and then goes, ee, but doesn't make the noise, you're going to find that funny. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you are.
And I don't care
That
how many
shit
times
is
you've been stabbed.
funny. Imagine you're reaching after you're a killer. You're reaching after a lady. You can't grab her. What do? You whip out your nice little horn and go, ee, 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 ee. Right? It's funny. It's good. He plays clown and killer. There's a lot of people that are just clowns to just look creepy. No, like Pennywise. Pennywise is just a fucking clown, but he's not actually a clown. He just looks
Art
like a
does
clown.
it because it's his lifestyle.
I mean, Art's not a clown either. He's not in a circus. He's not
Okay,
performing
all
at a
right.
kid's birthday party.
It's not a requirement to go to a party. You're being a circus.
I'm a police officer. Sure, I don't work for the district, and I've never been inside a police
That
station.
does not
You gotta
correlate
believe me.
at all in any capacity. It's
What is
completely
wrong with
it's
you?
completely different professions. I can put on makeup and a little honky nose, and boom, I can say I'm a clown. I can't put on a blue coat and a badge and go cop.
I have the perfect counter to this. Jobe, are you an actor? Are you doing a movie right now? Boom, look at you. You're not even an actor. You say you're an actor. He's in
I never said that.
Yeah, you said earlier.
Uh.
Ish. Close
I
enough.
said I'm an acting snob.
You whispered in my ear at night. I recorded you saying it once, and I just play it on loop whenever I feel bad about myself.
Madison edited me whispering I'm an actor. I'm an actor.
Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. Anyway, I just want to say Art is dedicated to the craft of clowning and killing. He's a person of multiple talents.
So maybe he is a clown and he's just mute. Like maybe the
Okay.
mime is just like a product of his disability of being mute.
Nah, it's just mute. You can't be a mute mime. Mime implies the ability to speak. Dumb fuck.
Does it?
Stupid idiot.
That's why I'm saying maybe he's not a true mime. Maybe he's a clown who's a mute.
Hold on, let me get my people on it.
Mute
Click,
clown.
Clack, click, click.
A cute or a clown.
Completely unrelated, but it's killing me that I haven't mentioned it yet.
Okay.
It's
So
killing me.
You know
You're
how
like,
when you
yeah.
see a picture of someone's face and you're like, that looks weird, but I can't put my finger on why. And then it's revealed that their eyes and mouth are flipped, and you're like, oh, that tricks my brain into not recognizing the face correctly.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So that's what it was like seeing upside down boobs for me. Like, my higher level thinking went, breasts, epic. But my instinctual eyesight, like, they just couldn't accept it as boobies because they were upside down and, like, hanging all wrong and also being sawn in half.
It's like the deep fake thing where it's like the uncanny valley where it's like it's not
Exactly.
not
It's
real,
the
but it's
uncanny valley of boobs.
So,
No.
so for anybody out there who's never seen boobs upside down before, go ahead and just pull up something on your phone and then turn your phone upside down so you can have this
it's
experience.
not the same. Man, no, I don't know. It might be bad by all components, but it was me and my wife were sitting there laughing and having a good time watching this movie. It was just, you know what? If you've got an hour and 28 minutes or however long it was and plenty of time for ads on your preferred streaming service, just give it a
Doobie,
watch.
what up?
Or not.
I watched
maybe
Peacock.
maybe roll up a J if you've got.
You did what in this cock?
I pooped.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
So there definitely were moments where the clown was funny.
Thank you.
I think he balanced the funny and creepy best, honestly, at the beginning in the pizza place, which also, real quick, the actors playing the pizza place workers, both phenomenal. They're just over there "Hey, get the fuck out of here! You're rubbing shit all over the wall."
Hey, you got me swiping shit up the guy who handles food. Come on, I gotta get at least a time and a half of this, right?
Yeah, they're great.
But he specifies it in overtime. That's not how overtime works.
Well, maybe his shift just ended, and then
No,
clean up all this
Osceola's
shit.
like,
no. You don't get time. You don't get overtime per day. You get it via the hour of weeks.
well, yeah, but if he's working full time every other day,
If his shift's from 9 to 5 and then he's working till 6, he's getting an hour of overtime. Trace, you're talking to a PR master over here, HR, accounting genius. I'm like the Rain Man of numbers.
Okay.
the Rain Man.
Yep.
Anyway, so at the beginning when Pterodon is sitting at the pizza place, and Art kind of is just hanging out and being all weird and fucking with them. That to me, I liked because it's kind of funny, and B, I don't know, it felt like rounded enough. Like you could see a freak in a costume fucking with you like that.
I was thinking the same thing. Like at that point, you don't necessarily. I mean, the audience kind of knows, but the people in the story don't know that he's a killer, so they have no reason to be afraid of him. The only reason Tara is because he's kind of creepy.
I'd know personally.
Right? Like, okay, Trace has a little detector that goes off in his fucking lizard brain over there. He senses fear and danger. Anywho,
Not my own because it doesn't
but
exist.
no, I agree. Like he's like staring at them. He does a little smile, and then he goes and plays with some stuff. It's creepy. It's funny. It feels real. If you were in New York and you saw this guy walking around, it would make sense, right? I think in the second one, there's more of that, which is why it's more popular and better in quotes.
That's wicked.
Right? So maybe no, Terrifier 2 will scratch the itch under your chin and those little beard hairs of yours.
Terrifier 1, 2.
For those wondering, no, I'm saying it.
So for anyone wondering,
Jobe's got like the Billy Goat of beards.
It's true. If you can bite on it and like pull him.
It's 3 thick, coarse hairs.
It's like the guy from the Polar Express, but it's like 3 or 4 hairs, you know? The really long beard where he screams like a moose.
The one that screams at the elk or whatever.
The reindeer. Caribou. Thank you, wife.
There's a movie where a wife and a husband
Thank you,
do this
wife.
thing called Billy Goat. He just
Beep.
bites a hold of his beard and starts yanking on it.
I bet she's yanked on your pull. I'm
What?
sorry, that was bad.
Polar Express.
As far as art goes in like later scenes, though, he kind of loses me though, just because I feel like there's too much tonal whiplash. Like he's supposed to be a deranged psycho killer,
Psycho killer. Psycho
but
Mantis.
then like in the same turn, he's also supposed to be this wacky clown nut job guy, and I just feel like they're too different. Like it feels like it's trying to be Halloween and Friday the 13th at once.
Yeah.
Well, you can't expect him to be happy all the time. She gets out of her bindings and he's like, well, shit, playtime's over. And he's saying that. I want an internal monologue, actually.
Sure,
I wanna
go
get-
ahead.
One.
Yeah, I want to just do an internal monologue for him.
You have to do it in the voice of Scooby-Doo.
Ruby Doo.
Yeah. That's good. That's the stuff.
Oh yeah.
No, I agree with what Jobe's saying by all means. Like
Yeah,
it's very, as a viewer, I mean, as someone in the story, it'd be disconcerting at least.
Maybe.
Just to see like this guy's supposed to kill you driving around in a little tricycle, on a little bike, running into shit.
So
Right?
funny.
You'd be a little freaked out, right? As a viewer, you're like, I just saw him shank a lady in the foot 40 times and then pop her in the head, and now he's all cute and cuddly, sucking on his thumb or whatever. Like it's too much of a shift too fast, and it happens a lot.
Yes.
If you can handle it with the big boys, with the role of the big dogs, hey,
Woof,
good
woof.
movie. But if you're still in P brain era brain, you can't handle it. Go back to
Okay.
playtime. Go back to the pound. Big dog.
Also, what's the point of having Cat Lady go,
What?
oh, have you never experienced the touch of a mother?
Because she's trying to
She
humanize
wasn't even
him.
Irish.
Don't you? Yeah,
I know, but
idiot.
better she
Don't you
was.
understand symbolism?
I think it's because she's deranged and he's deranged, and in their derangedness, they can find peace.
That's
But
why
his
they're in love.
derangedness hits another level, and he's like, "Hold on, I'm gonna kill you."
Driving.
And then
cool.
wait,
We
your
don't
titties.
see that.
No,
We
he
don't
did.
see that though.
She's
Okay,
not even. She doesn't
we-
even die. She's
we-
just scalped.
No,
and
she
boobed.
does die.
No.
She doesn't die. Then she bleeds out. They said they find 2 more bodies. At
Yeah,
least.
Oh,
but we don't know that.
I
it's
got to
her.
do more sit-ups then. I was doing sit-ups every time somebody died in the movie.
But there's no. But the counting's off then.
Well, maybe they didn't find that body yet. There's no way she lived. There's a lot of blood
Well,
loss.
she
from
probably. Okay,
titties.
no, I was kidding. She doesn't. There's no way she lives through that. But there's definitely a miscount of bodies there.
Or she could have lived. I mean, fucking
2,
Vicky
3,
gets her face
4.
eaten and she lives.
So there's the two guys. There's
Yeah,
our two
right.
main
the 2
characters,
chicks.
and then
right?
there's the insane lady and the
There's 7 people that die.
yeah.
And the pizza guys.
I counted them.
They
too.
get-
Well, I wasn't counting them in
no,
that.
that's 7
warehouse
with the
area.
pizza.
Yeah,
Pizza, pest control, Pteranodon.
And then the
two
cat
ladies,
lady.
2 guys, insane
Cat lady.
girl,
That's
and
7.
art,
And the TV host.
and
No, the TV host is killed by Vicky.
right.
Yeah, but
Vicky
she still
doesn't
killed
die,
in the
though.
movie.
Yeah, she's killed. Well, her eyes are gouged. Yeah, she dies.
She gouges her eyes, and then we pan away, and suddenly her whole face is destroyed. So,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
which that's not too hard. It's like squeezing grapes,
I don't know.
I can appreciate some parts of the movie. The lighting was pretty cool in some scenes, but I felt like the camera movement was pretty weak.
It was just a lot of dark area, one light on the lighting was just on the person who was acting so we could see them, and the camera was just looking at them. There was one bit where the camera movement was good, whereas there was that little tunnel and they whipped it really quick. I thought that was kind of fun, but that was pretty much it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
they really.
I think I know the scene you're talking about. And also, it has a lot of synth in its soundtrack, and I love a good synth in a horror soundtrack.
Yeah. Good synth music. Here, I got something for you.
Okay. But,
Shout
I just
out
feel
to,
like
oh, yeah, go on. Magic Sword. That's a synth band.
Magic Sword. I'll keep that in mind. I just feel like overall, this movie kind of plays it pretty safe as far as a slasher goes.
What do you mean?
And the
6
one
people die.
I wonder if they thought if they kind of knew that the rest of the movie was going to be not as great, so they amped up the gore and the blood and all that to be like, wow, this is a really intense slasher with all this blood and blah blah blah. You know, look at this, we're a slasher.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, and I'm just not about it. So overall, like I said, I'm still rooting for the little guys who pull together 35,000 and make a movie.
Jobe hates supporting small businesses.
If you're a small business, don't tell Jobe. He'll fucking take you out to pasture.
Don't even look at him. Right.
Look, he made his millions. He's no longer small business. Actually, I take it back. Fuck this guy. 4 out of 10.
Damn.
Wow. Now I'd just like to point out that's still less than Vivarium somehow for him.
Yeah, because Vivarium wanted to actually tell a story.
Right. Vivarium didn't tell shit.
We're not on Vivarium. We're not on Vivarium. Get off of Vivarium.
Haunt us to our graves.
Haunt you to your grave.
Yeah, because I'm going to kill you.
Boy. Anywho, Marshall here, permanent host, cool guy extraordinaire. Watch Terrifier. It's funny. Make sure your wife is there to hold your hand. I gave it an 8.14.
Oh, okay.
My highest score yet.
Is it? That's interesting.
Sure is.
I don't think it was a bad movie. Okay, I'm gonna say it. You can quote me on that, unless Madison edits this part out. I enjoyed watching it. It was more weird than it was scary. Obviously, I really like the part where she's screaming at the guy and he's just smiling and honking his little horn at her. I think it's a good bit. It's funny. It's the best way to kind of traumatize somebody while you're trying to kill them. I gave it 7 horns out of 10.
7. Okay. That's fair. What was your favorite part?
Bring up Madison's favorite part.
Cuts off the guy's head.
Oh. Madison likes it when she cuts off Will's head and then freaking just boots it.
Well, yeah, he was a football player in high school before he peaked.
Madison's one dark, demented person. Yeah. Don't.
Sure is.
Yeah, Madison. Bad.
She likes pickles. That tells you how fucked up she is.
What the fuck?
Hey, wait.
No, he's right.
Good.
Pickles are awful.
Another thing that we disagree on.
Yeah.
Tune in next week when we disagree on more things.
Trace, do you have a movie for us next week?
Yeah, I do, and it's a well-known movie because we're getting back to our not roots, our not toots, and our not shoots. We're watching The Conjuring.
This is surprise news for permanent hosts Marshall and Jobe.
It's true. I just pulled this out of my ass. The movie.
Would you hear about that guy that was coming around on Twitter that was like, oh no, this guy got like suspiciously stopped and then
Twitter?
They pulled out like 44 like diamonds out of his ass. And everyone's like, yo, he's suspicious. Search his butthole. And that's what we want to leave you with, our fellow buttholes. Catch us next Thursday.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Capri Sun.
No, they don't sponsor us.
Drink it today.
Our sponsor, yeah.
The taste of stars in your mouth every day. Drink one today.
What?
Go to your local market. Punch your sister.
Is that? All right, wrap it up.
Yeah, we're done here. See you next week.
Throw it in the dumpster. This was a 10
we'll
out of 10
see you
episode, but Tracy's threw it right down to a 5.